Hello everybody, I'm here from the Hammer Game channel. Welcome back to Fuhrerreich, where today we are starting to play as the French Republic, which, oh, they're doing great at the start of this. So, like I said, the Great War is really not helping with research speed on any of the doctrines, but it's fine, I only use one, so it's okay, it's not disastrous. Memories of the Somme is really bad. And dividing military staff is also not very great, but at least we've got colonial profits and the Entente Council leader. But so yeah, France's tree changed in the last update for Fuhrerreich, so we are going to be seeing what has changed. And well, again, I don't really know what's changed as such. But let's go ahead and watch on the Rhine, I guess. Yeah, we'll start off with that. Don't think there's anything else where you can really do as such. I don't know who we're going to get to win, actually. But yeah, that's industry for an empire is probably something we want to delve into relatively quickly as well. But anyways, let's go ahead and start building some industry, and we'll build it over on this coast because, well, in case the Germans do reach us, it will be nice just to have that our industry safe from harm, or some of it anyways. Right, we start off with 26 factories. I'm going to go bin everything there. How many divisions we got? We got 52. Are they all here at home? I doubt it. No, there's one in Syria, and there's one in Madagascar. Well, you can come on down home, thank you. We'll just have you chill there. So we're going to do the usual Dunhammer tactic of the exact same thing every time. So there we go. Guns, artillery, support equipment, anti-tank. Look at that. Perfect. And then we'll start building some tanks and some more rice. Excuse me. Oh. So this is actually going to be my, well, it's my planned 4th upload for the day. Because I've got 3 Enclave episodes, 1 for each different playthrough. Because I decided, you know what, let's have them all going at the same time. Just so we can get onto some other nations on that mod. We're gonna set up like that, and then extra ones are gonna go into there, and then another one will go into convoys. Right, so we've got 52 divisions. So we'll just wait until they all get home. Let's get progressing, shall we? Yes, thank you. I'd like to see all news events. I'd like to see them all. So the Rhineland, hopefully they're going to stick with me. The Third Republic, I would read that, but I cannot be bothered. So here it is. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause. Viva la France. So do we have any decisions right now? We have foreign policy. Occupy the Canaries. Secure our southern border. The British menace. Really don't want to pee off the British. Penetrate the Channel. And demand Wallonia. We can recognize the Soviet Union. Oh, we've got the Entente Council, don't we? So 1936 national budget. The annual budget report has come in, determining what funds the government has available to allocate to the different ministries and government services. For the 3rd year in a row, we have come up several million francs short of our projected spending capacity, and nobody's been able to determine where these lost funds are going. This issue has raised several concerns over rampant and widespread corruption throughout the government that has gone unnoticed for the better part of the 1930s, and many are urging that a special investigatory council be created in order to find the source of the missing funds. We must get to the bottom of this debacle. Funds missing from the national budget, consumer goods plus 20. Holy balls, that is not great. So we should probably start doing that. We'll get the initial reports. That leads us to the 1936 election, so we should probably go ahead and just do that as, well, do this first, really. Watching the Rhine kind of seems pointless now, so I'm going to just stop that. Let's go ahead and just do that instead. Peaceful ending at midnight, so that is the king gone. Edward is now here. It'll be interesting to see what route the British go. It'll be interesting to see if they go for God Save the King. And it'll be interesting to see if Edward gets assassinated or not. But anyways, let's get these guys exercising, and let's go ahead and split them into, well, 3 armies. It's going to annoy me that there's just going to be a group of 4, but oh well. Right, that's fine. Let's have a wee look at the extent of our field marshals first. Philippe Pétain. He may be an old guard, but he's not terrible. Assassination of the Sultan. Maurice is actually pretty decent. Offensive doctrine and defensive doctrine. I think I'm going to go ahead and use him first. A group of coal miners working around the city of Rouen ordered a limited strike, refusing to go to work and shutting down industry across the region. The local police are sent in to restore order and get the miners back to work. This strike is seen by many as an example of the weakening power of our government. Oh gosh, our weak ass government. What is it doing? Jean de Latre de Tassigny? I don't know, but he's a jungle rat invader and trickster and he's level 4, so he can jump straight on in. That's Philippe Leclerc? Leclerc? Oh, I don't know. He's a panzer. We're not going to use him. We're going to use... what's his name? What was his name? Alphonse Jeune? I don't know. I'm not really good at pronouncing foreign names or places, as everybody knows by now. The National Budget Initial Report. The Special Investigatory Council has given Prime Minister Pierre Etienne Flandin their initial report on the missing funds. Unfortunately, they have been unable to come up with the source of this deficit and have found that the Ministry of Interior and Ministry of Colonial Affairs are the ones suffering the most from the lack of funds. The SIC has requested permission to investigate both the armed forces and industrialists to see if there is perhaps a large-scale embezzlement operation which has gone unnoticed for several years. This demands further investigation. Damn right it does. Let's do the investigation of the army. It's going to find some cracks in our army, isn't it? Sorry, Maurice, you're not going to be used. We have some guys that haven't actually got any skills, but it could be worse. Maxime's not going to be used either. Charles de Gaulle has urban assault specialist. Nice. We should probably go ahead and actually do some do something. Oh, we should also be aiding these guys because they are social conservatives and they are the ones that are backed by Spain, and it's Spain we should be backing. So let's go ahead and actually send them some volunteers. How are we doing equipment-wise? Actually, we're not doing too badly. That's good. Template needs a little bit of work though. But anyways, where's the tanks? How many tank divisions do we have? We have no manpower. We have 6 tank divisions. Okay. So let's go ahead and send them over. We'll send them to the wrong place there. Yes, it is you. Good. We'll put Charles de Gaulle on them, and we'll also use Philippe Pétain. Anyways, let's go ahead and recognize the Soviet Union. We'll recognize them. See if we can have some sort of, well, mutual agreement, I guess, is something that we could maybe get with the Soviets, possibly. The final decision of the status of the USSR. The hours are arguing the delegates have gathered to make a decision on the status of the USSR. Pro-recognition delegates argue that the USSR is too powerful a nation to ignore an ideological obsession with the defeated whites. Does none of our nations good, while anti-recognition delegates argue that granting Soviets any legitimacy will give inspiration to collectivists back home, who will take our action as a sign of support. We reject. We have rejected it. Cut the Soviets down to size. Oh. Cut Britain down to size. Cut Germany down to size. Invite council members to join our faction. Oh. Sanction German arms. We should probably go ahead and do that. But anyway, our volunteers have arrived. We should probably try and get to A Coruña and try and just knock out the Nat Pops. That should be our first priority. So let's go ahead and get to Charles de Gaulle there and Philippe Pétain, and let's go ahead and drive straight over here. We landed in Real. Not Real. We landed in Madrid. Not Real. Jeez, man. Oh no. Oh, we are losing badly. National Budget Investigation of the Army. The SIC has returned to us after much investigation and deliberation. They have concluded that several high-ranking officers within the Army and the Navy have been embezzling funds generated by the world economic boom, storing them in offshore accounts across Europe and America. These officers have been filling false reports with the cooperation of the Minister of Colonies, Louis Rollin, who is suspected of also partaking in embezzlement. Well, these officers... And so the answer draws near. Don't know why that just ended abruptly. Out with the old. Attack. Oh, divine military staff is removed by doing either one of those. Right, well, we'll get to those. I kind of want to just keep going down the whole investigation thing right now because it's really interesting. How terrible are our tanks division templates? Oh, why is there anti-tank on the tank template? Whoa, you tisk. Don't go up there. Actually, yes. No, come back down here. I want somebody to deal with... We want to try and get some of these divisions cut off. Damn it, they've caught onto us. You fools. You engage them, and we'll see if we can drive them up there. Drive up there, rather. Oh, it doesn't matter. The AI has done it for us. Oh my gosh, I can't believe those words came out my mouth. The AI has done it for us. And no, they haven't. I opened my mouth too soon. They've absolutely balled it. Our tanks ain't exactly anything to, you know, laugh about right now. Or, oh my gosh, they really aren't. Right. Guys. How many divisions do you have left? Okay, you are absolutely bottling this. They only have 13 divisions. In the game, we haven't exactly done any good over here. At all. Okay, we have. We have now. We've dealt with that encircled division. Yay. Okay, National Budget Investigation of the Capitalists. The SIC has concluded the report on the capitalists and have found them to be innocent of stealing the government's money. Many are upset this investigation took place at all, and many capitalists were offended at the scrutiny of the investigation. It may be in our best interest to grant them privileges in order to appease them. We must get close now. We must be. Investigation of the government. So we can taming Tunisia. We receive shipment of weapons and soldiers from Tunisia every few months. Oh. Interesting. But anyways, I'm going to go and do the investigation of the government now. I kind of want to see where this leads us. But I feel like we should probably try and get that little lot of the nat pops encircled. I feel like we need to get the nat pops gone just as soon as, really. We have no fuel. I've just noticed that. That's not going to be helping us. But it does look like we're going to be able to cut them in two, so happy days there. Oh. Okay, Portuguese Civil War. You fool, you've just allowed them to get away. Gosh, you know our tanks suck when we can't do anything against them. Where's their capital right now, actually? Whoa, you fool. Are you serious? We are unable to defeat you? Oh my days. How are you holding, militia? Oh, you're not going to be holding now. Yeah, bye-bye. Thank you for coming. Don't lose Madrid. Don't do it. Okay, the investigation of the government. After a long period of absence, the SIC has returned to the government with a mountain of folders and files. It would appear that funds missing from the national budget were being siphoned into the personal accounts of several members of the government using offshore accounts in Switzerland. Of course it was going to be in Switzerland. This discovery has shaken the Bloc National to its very core, with more and more members of the party being accused of rampant corruption by the day. The government is chaos, and the Gendarmerie Nationale has been called in to restore order in the parliament and prevent the building from becoming a riot. These reports will soon leak out into the public, and we will undeniably be hit with a wave upon wave of criticism from the people. There's only one thing we can do. Organise a trial. Trial of the 11. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that wee corruption thing. It was nice. Oh, it's a shame it's going to be coming to... Well, actually, no. It's as good as coming to an end this early. Oh my gosh, you are sucking bad. Oh, there's our capital. It's the port. Can you head up and grab that, please? Trial of the generals. First phase. As the army investigation and trials get fully underway, several generals have been found guilty of various levels of corruption and individual scandal. All of the generals on trial will receive punishments, but we can't afford to fire the entire lot of them at once. As a result, we must choose a certain group to punish more harsh than the rest. This will take a heavy toll on our military. Oh, Officer Purge. Oh, really? Really? That's not what I was wanting. Why are we the Soviet Union of basically the Soviet Union from the vanilla game? Oh gosh, stack that negative modifier on that. It's not looking so good for us. Hence why our tanks are probably doing terrible over here in the Civil War. Oh my gosh, we're going to get cut into. And again, we can easily cut them into. I think the monarchy is probably going to win this, actually. Right, tank, can you please come and assist with taking their capital? We are doing 23. 23 was the highest I've seen there. They have 2 capitals, apparently. Yes, help the militias. We can turn the tide slightly. Occupy the... Oh, we died. Yeah, well done. We tried. We tried. It's okay. They'll pop up over here in North Africa. Oh. Spanish Civil War has left our favour. The Spanish Republic, which controlled Madrid, falling not long ago. Rebel movement has begun to move into Tangiers, for a very close proximity to can cut off the rebel forces and allow us to start a republican government in exile in Tangiers. However, doing so will hurt relations with the victor of the war and allow us to have a claim on the region. We must respect their victor. Well, if we respect the victor, is there any chance that victor will eventually join us? Probably not. Unlock relevant foreign policies. Never nor Schlieffen. Safeguarding the Low Countries. Turmoil Hispana. Franco-Italiana cooperation. Denied. Denied. We're just taking it. We're taking it. We're keeping it. The trial of the 11. Results. The Bloc National was the Spanish. Oh god, right. For several days of deliberation, the jury has appeared once more in front of the grand jury with their conclusion. The jury has found all 11 members of the government guilty of, among other things, embezzlement. The men were all removed from the government positions promptly, but the strain of their legacy still remains with the coalition. The upcoming election in March will prove to be one that decides the fate of France for the next decade. The only thing left to decide is whether the Bloc National will participate or split up into its constituent parties. What is the Bloc National? Oh, this seems like a big choice. The Bloc National is actually okay. 10,000 manpower. We may face armed revolts in Algeria in the future. I really don't... Do I want the Conservatives? I'm kind of... Party Radical does not sound great. Do you know what? I think the Bloc National will survive. They're going to survive. And right now, I'm going to go ahead and just... Where does Officers' Purge get dealt with? Yeah, where does that get dealt with? Oh! I didn't see that. Okay, yes, right. So I went back and loaded the autosave because I'm very, very interested in doing the Bloc National disbanded. Military takeover. That would be interesting. Anyways, we'll grab that again. Military takeover. I'm very interested by that. Hee. It's been disbanded. Right, we can have a military takeover. Nice, because the death of the Republic just sounds so good. Democracy suspended. Gains. Oh, gains national support. Oh, this sounds so good. Anyways. Right, where does the Officer's Purge go bye-bye? It has to be somewhere in here. Actually, no, that's not really... Like I said, the Great War needs to go... Where does... Well, there's 2 things I'm really looking for now. Where's breakthrough defense? Lessons from the Spanish Civil War? I don't know. Industry. Where do we get rid of... Where do we get rid of the bad stuff? I'm just trying to think. Where could it be? Taming? It's not in there. I know that gets rid of the divine military staff, but that's all that gets rid of. Where's memories? Memories of the Somme. Where is it? I shouldn't be spending too much time looking for them, but where the hell are they? I guess they're the legacy of the Great War. But where is... That's not going to be it. Oh, there it is. Remember the Somme. Well, we're starting to go down there. That's going to be needing to be dealt with. Don't know when we get rid of Officer's Purge. Does that just go away by itself? Oh, the election is over. Can the military storms Paris and declares a junta. After a tense couple of days, the ballots have been tallied, and the winner of the election is shortly going to be announced. Nope, nope, nope. Hello, military junta. And our division's back home. Sorry, Charles, you're back into the sideline. Who's in charge? Oh, Philippe Pétain. Welcome. Welcome. So it looks like we're going to have Philippe with us during this playthrough. Nice. He no longer needs to be our field marshal. He's looking very classy with his cigarette. No, didn't want to change him. Wanted to change the colour because I have OCD. For the... Well, not OCD. Is it all classes? Well, I don't know. The Tour de France. How exciting. I can't wait for next year. 5 political power. Fantastic. Should we demand Wallonia? We could do that. We could occupy the Canaries. But I'm going to go ahead and demand Wallonia. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move the whole army over there. Everybody over to Belgium. We're going to demand Wallonia. Demand Wallonia. Give us Wallonia. We're going to face the whole might of us. Sorry, King Leopold. It's just got to happen. Military takeover, democracy suspended, national reconstruction. Sounds like it could be very beneficial for us. I'm hoping, though, at the end we get the choice to go, yeah, the military's done its job. We've taken care of Germany. The Belgians are stalling. And along with the needlessly verbose response, the Belgians have sent us a response in which they appear to have neither agreed nor denied our demands. And they're clearly stalling for time. We can't simply invade the Belgians, as we don't yet have a just cause. A meaningless international coalition of nations, reminiscent of which brought down Napoleon in the early, I'm presuming that means 19th century. The British and the Belgians most likely ally, and we have no choice but to wait and see what the response is to the situation. Please don't ally. Appears Britain line wishes to sleep a little while longer, as they have refused to support the Belgians in their effort to stall the inevitable and create a potential global conflict. Nothing lays in our path now. We are free to enforce our demands for Wallonia once and for all. Let's finally resolve this matter. Ah, thank you, Belgium. Thank you. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and occupy the Canaries as well, because I can. Ah, the second phase of the generals. Great. It's begun, and several high-ranking members of the military have been found guilty of corruption, bribery, and assortment of other crimes against the state. The number of innocent generals in the army is dwindling fast, and our military is beginning to fall apart at the seams. Oh, bugger, bugger, bugger. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is not going well for us. Well, at least we have the French junta, you know. That's one thing we got going for us. We got Wallonia as well. The Belgians are... Well... We have military access as well, which is quite nice. And docking rights. Basically, they're now ours. That's right, you do what we say. The death of Louis Blériot, a famed French aviator, engineer, and inventor, passed away yesterday in his home after reportedly suffering a heart attack. Louis was the inventor of the first practical headlights of automobiles and created a profitable business manufacturing and selling them en masse to the public. Louis used much of his money he made for his headlight industry to spearhead the creation of new aircraft and systems for them. And he is credited for creating the first joystick and foot-operated rubber pedal combination in early 1908. Many in both the aviation and automobile industry are deeply saddened by the passing of Louis, and his funeral is estimated to be attended by over 1,000 wealthy businessmen and close associates. Oh, terrible loss for us all. Let's do that. What is Italy up to? Please stick with us. The occupation of the Canaries! Yay! In the early morning hours of yesterday, a small strike force of French Marines departed from Casablanca for the Canary Islands, presently held by the Spanish Phalangists. The operation lasted a total of 16 hours and began with the seizure of the island of Forteventura. Oh my gosh, I was about to butcher that there. And the city of Santa Cruz de Tenerife held out despite being entirely surrounded for several hours. By midday, the capital city had fallen and the Marines had moved on to the final 3 western islands in the chain. Small pockets of resistance held out in the forested mountains for over a day before finally being starved and coerced into surrender. The Marines set up a local garrison upon the capture of the island chain and were faced with only minor civilian resistance before finally handing the island chain over to the French government. A local administration is presently being set up, and the islands will soon be fully integrated into the colonial sphere. Boom, becomes owner and control of the Canary Islands, and we're increasing world tension, but I don't care. Pyrenees, I kind of want to do that. No, stop. Oh, yes, thank you. We took the Canary Islands. Watch them rain. Wait. Does this bypass? Right, the London stock market crash has sent shockwave across the globe. In Rhineland, our buffer between us and Germany, the economic disaster has crippled the nation's ability to effectively manage its internal affairs. We have to intervene and help the Rhine establish itself, but many ministers argue that France is in no position to economically support itself, let alone in our nation. Do you know what? Stuff what people say. We are helping. Black Wednesday hits France. No! Why do we got all these choices? And the economic downturn across the English Channel has finally struck us, and our shabbled together economic defences were no match for the world's largest economy collapsing in and of itself. Value of the franc has sacked to a never before seen low, and it shows no sign of slowing down anytime soon. Our economists are doing their best to devise plans to combat this depression, but the French economy will be undoubtedly suffer for months to come, if not more. Our colonial offices, which are deeply tied to the metropolitan economy, have seen a near total collapse of their fledgling economies. Where Indo-Chinese colonies have reported a full bailout of their debts, and our companies in French Africa are almost all filed for bankruptcy. It's clear that something needs to be done quickly if we are able to have any hope of recovering our economy in a timely manner. This is a tragedy. What will we do? This does not bode well. Something must be done. Can't we just take a break? This is a tragedy, is what we're going to go for. Response to Black Monday. Free budget, 800 million francs. Inflation, 32 unemployment. Whoa. Right, we have to be very sensible with what we do here. We have to work very nicely through that. Siphon colonial resources. Okay, we are going to leave that for next episode. Actually, no, we're not. I've still got a little bit left in this episode. Right, so we're going to go ahead and raise the tariffs. Is inflation good? I can't remember if inflation's good or not. I'm going to siphon money first. Inflation will decrease by 5. That's 650 million. Unemployment will decrease by 2%. Right, we're going to siphon colonial resources first. I'm going to let that do its thing. It's going to take 30 days. Right, national reconstruction is what we're waiting for. The military government of France has prepared a series of documents which will reorganise and restructure the government from the rotten and corrupt democracy into a unitary one-party state led by a central figurehead. Documents will be presented both to Parliament and the public in a few days' time, and they will be officially ratified shortly after. This radical change in French politics is sure to bring instability for a short period of time, but many are optimistic of a quick recovery and return to political dominance in Europe. The eyes of the world are upon us, and the international reaction will be divisive in securing legitimacy for the new state. And so it is. Let's go ahead and do the death of the Republic. So we've had the death of the economy, we've had the death of the Republic coming up. It's great, we've got 900 million francs now. So what we're going to do is we're going to start a public works project. No, we're not. Unemployment funds, cut military spending. We'll do that. We're going to cut that for 100 days. Germany declares the Versailles Treaty dead. Oh gosh. We can just outright declare war on them. How many divisions they got? We have more. No, we don't have more divisions. Today, Germany has announced the beginning of an arms build-up in violation of the Treaty of Versailles, the treaty that brought the Great War to an end. German Chancellor Adam Dressler has even voiced the opinion that the treaty's stipulation are a cruel attack against Germany and her people, and that Deutschland will never again be subservient to any power. This is clearly Germany's attempt to gain influence in Europe in our moment of weakness, and we cannot stand for it. Some army officials, such as Maurice, believe that France will need to reform her military in order to show that Germans were willing to meet any forces. Green light the military reforms. Adds manpower. Green lights. We're green lighting it. We have lots of political power to spend and we're not actually using it. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's also go ahead and do that. And let's jump in here and see what else we want to just grab right now. Removing factories. Siphon funds from factories. Enact special tax. We have 1,300 million francs. The FISN has won 1936. Okay, they're Volkists. Strengthen the king, possibly? That'll mean they'll be that. Oh, they're probably going to end up at war with me. Italy! You backstabbing buggers! They're still in the Entente right now. They might not backstab us. But hopefully, UK, can we get some good relations going here? You know, it might be a while before you're doing anything, but hopefully you can help us out. Yeah, we're gonna give you a nice good old sanction. Hopefully. Monarch of Spain's winning, that's good. Swiss mediation. Welcome, welcome. The Swiss have sent us several diplomatic missions in the past week to mediate peace between our nation and theirs. Seems to be working famously. Such a great help that wee focus is going to be. I mean, national spirit. 2 power gain, plus 2% and stability, plus 1. Holy moly. Yeah, we're sanctioning Germany. Death of the Third Republic. The new French Constitution was finally ratified today, in the Third Republic, which guided the French people through the First Great War. It's finally met its ultimate fate. Lasting from 1870 to 1936, the Third Republic was one of the longest lasting French governments, but it appears that it simply could not withstand the political turmoil of the 20th century, being brought to its knees in 1919 and not able to recover before the political and economic scandal, along with the crippling effects of Black Wednesday, finally broke the Republican institutions. New France is practically unrecognisable from the previous administration. As a unitary one-party state with an undemocratically elected leader, the hope is that this new government of national unity will be able to withstand the strains of the new modern world. Oh gosh, sweet. And defend France from the resurgent German dog to the east. The citizens of Paris cheered when the new government was announced, and spirits across France are looking up as optimism is high for the future. This is for the best. The paternal autocrats will be government of national unity, and we get plus 20% party popularity for them. Right, that is done. The Republic is dead. Shame we didn't change name. But we're going to go with defensive. Do we want to go defensive? I really don't want to go defensive. Choosing a modern doctrine. See, defense would be nice. I kind of want to grab you as well, but then again, I kind of want to start focusing on doing other things. The people of France will be outraged by this decision. Unless the Germans have pushed out of France territory, the military may attempt to take control of the government if many more Frenchmen fall in the name of seamlessly pointless conflict. Right, that's not going to be happening. Patriotic war. Patriotic defense, offensive planning, patriotic war. Okay, right. We really need to work down here and get rid of the memories of the Somme. So, quality weaponsmithing, attack, infantry production, infantry 30,000. Our experience in daily stability. Oh, sorry, I thought I said daily stability. I was like, geez, that's some equipment. Native conscription, colonial conscription, mass mobilization. I feel like I kind of want to go down this way. African expeditions as well would be beneficial. Right, anyways guys, I'm going to leave that episode there, so we'll come back to that next episode. I'll see what I can think of. Well, I'll have a little more look at the tree in depth and see what we kind of want to go. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you next episode for some more. Take care, cheerio, bye, the now.